Peace and blessings. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Bossy. And today's topic is requested, kind of. Someone left a comment on one of my recent videos, and she was asking me how I'm able to accomplish so much. And she also mentioned needing more help with time management. So I thought that would be a good topic for today's video. I'm coming to you live from Coutourie Forest, which is City Park. It's just like in the cut. And if you type that into your phone, you'll easily find Coutourie Forest. The part where I am right now is right behind the Magnolia Playground. Okay, so let's talk about how I accomplish so much. If you're new here, you may not know I have podcasts, plural. I have this YouTube channel. I am an app developer, so I have my own app where I get to teach magic, spirituality, and I give a lot of practical tips like I do here on my YouTube channel. I'm into videography, film, and photography. Somebody's coming down the path. Hey. I write. I read a lot. I've been able to read so far 88 books this year. You're fine. Thank you. I have read 88 books so far this year, which I'm super excited about. It's been a lot of romance, which is why, part of the reason I'm able to get through them so quickly. Like, you just eat up. If you're into romance, you'll eat them up. And there's been a lot of sci-fi romance, my two favorite things. Okay. And so I read a lot. I am independent, so I take care of all my own things at the house, care chores, all of the things that need to be handled for day-to-day living. And I have a very, very successful online business. It's thriving, is doing exceedingly well. Inside of the business, I do everything from marketing to product design, manufacturing, inventory, sourcing the different products that I need, oils, herbs, bottles, even the stickers on the outside of the thing. I design all the labels. I do everything in this business. And sometimes I'll have help from my mom or one of my sisters. They'll come down for a week or something and, they'll help me get things done. But for the most part, it's me here, finding the recipes, sourcing the oils, the herbs. And I get herbs from as far away as Poland. I get bottles and like the glass jars. My candles come in from as far away as Egypt. I get a lot of my candles poured down in Florida. Oils come from New York, California, all over the place. And that's part of the reason that things take time, because I'm like inventory. I'm ordering things. Sometimes I don't even realize I don't have something until I'm in the middle of making something that I have to order and I'm waiting. So because I do everything on my own and there are so many moving parts, I have to be patient with myself, and I require people to be patient with me. And when they can't be patient with me, I just ignore them, which is going to get us right into my first tip on how to get a lot of things done. My very first thing is I don't do time management. Time is its own entity. It is its own thing. It is not linear in the least, although we pretend like it is. It's more cyclical, I think. But time can move fast. It can speed up, slow down, can make you feel like you've been thrown back into time. Living in a place like New Orleans, too, where time feels very warped. Sometimes you'll talk to people and them bitches act like it's the late 1800s, if you know what I mean. And then you'll talk to some people and they feel so ahead of their time, so futuristic. Or you'll talk to people or look at the way that they present, the way they dress, and it feels like the 80s or the 90s. Like, being in New Orleans is being in a place where people embrace the full complexity of themselves. Like, they are very comfortable with their own contradictions. They're voodooism and Catholic. They practice witchcraft, magic, hoodoo, and they be up at the Kojic Pentecostal Baptist. They be at church on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, you got white voodoo priests. You got black folk who think voodoo is the devil. Like, you just have a startling, striking, shocking mix of people who, you might see somebody and you think this is a white person and it's not. You have Creoles, you have people whose families existed before the colonies, and people who can trace their bloodlines back 100 years, people who've been farming the same land for 100 years, like you, or more. You know what I'm saying? And so when you're in a place like this, all that Russian is, but I'm from upstate New York, but I moved to North Carolina when I was 10 years old. And I've lived all over the United States. I've lived in 14, 15 places at this point. And not as a military child, just as a Sagittarius. I get up and I move and I go where I want. And this is not just the South. It's not just, things move slower in the South. It's not just that. It's a port city, you know what I mean? You between a lake, you know, a lake, a ocean, a river. Like, it's just a very liminal, fluid place. So being in a place like this, all that Russian, the New York Minute and all of that, chop chop shit, just nobody is about to bend to that. Like, people are going to be completely and fully themselves, and it's beautiful. At first it was fucking annoying, to be honest with you. It was annoying to like schedule multiple times. Like, here you'll have to you'll schedule something and then you have to schedule it probably 2 more times before you actually get your appointment. That was annoying at first, but now I feel like a more chill person. And so I will say that in a place like this, time management, I was never really into that anyways, but it's not really what I do. I don't manage time. I don't know if I could manage time. How many of us even know how much time we have? What I do more so is activity management, task management, activity management. What I mean by that is I know that I don't have a lot of control over time. It's going to keep doing what it's doing regardless of how I feel about it. But I can control what I do with the time I have right now. So if there's something I'm choosing to do, like record this video for you, if there's something that I'm choosing to do with my time, it's a very conscious choice. And because I'm so tuned to my feelings, I'm very quick with the things that I kind of do away with. Like, I'm quick to let something go. I'm quick to stop doing things that either don't feel good or don't make sense for me and my path. So the first thing that I would suggest is that instead of trying to block your time and be very have a lot of deadlines, because deadlines for me just create nothing but stress and fear and anxiousness. I don't really do deadlines and things like that. Just more so try to stay on top of my tasks and don't avoid the work that is in my best interest to do, or the work that someone paid for, or the work that will make my life easier and or better. I'm connected to how I feel. I love myself. I respect myself. And I love my life. So I don't avoid the things that will make my life easier and better. Like care chores, like laundry and keeping a clean home and, tidying up. I don't avoid those things because I know when Monday hit and it's go time, I'm going to want some clean clothes. I'm going to want clean gym clothes. I'm going to want those things that's going to make my life easier. If I'm, depressed and anxious and avoiding, you know what I mean? These emotional things, that we will often hear people using as the excuse to not do your tasks. I don't do that because I know that if I'm really I'm really having an episode, like I'm really sad, if I want to go to the gym on Monday and I don't have the things that I need to be able to do that, that's not going to make me feel better. It's going to make me feel worse. I'm tuned to how I feel, and I know that I feel better when my home is clean, when my floors are clean, when things are organized, when I can find the things that I need easily, when my clothes and my laundry and things are done. In fact, even if I don't feel good, as soon as I get started taking care of my tasks, tidying up, making sure that the car is charged, things are where I need them to be, things are in their place, the clothes are clean, got some food in the house. As soon as I start to handle those tasks, I start to feel better. So even if I'm starting from a place where I just don't feel that good, or I'm nervous about something that's coming up, I prepare myself because at least I'll feel ready. And the more ready I feel, the more prepared I feel, the less anxious and afraid I feel. And so the first thing, activity management. I do what I want because what else would I be doing? Woo! When I was growing up in the 90s, being a follower wasn't cool. That's why I call y'all my online friends. I don't say, ugh. Some people are my followers. They follow every goddamn thing I do. Not in a good way. But when I was growing up, being a follower meant that you weren't thinking for yourself. It meant that you didn't have any original ideas. It meant that you were easily influenced and impressionable and gullible as hell. It meant that if your friend jump off a damn I don't know how old y'all are, but if your friend jump off a cliff, are you gonna jump too? Was the thing. Like, peer pressure, allowing yourself to be pressured by peers wasn't cool. You needed to resist, you know what I mean? I fortunately grew up with a parent who was honest and who was very realistic. And she would say, you got to be careful who your friends are because your friends will influence you. So it wasn't that my mom was pretending like you won't be influenced by anything or anyone. The truth is you will be influenced. You have to make a choice about who you are allowing to influence you. And that is the exact same thing as saying you have to make a choice about who will be in your life, like who you will have an intimate relationship with, who will be your close friends, who will be invited and allowed into your heart, into your business, into your life, who will you be in conversation with, who will you allow around your children and your other friends and your family, like who will you allow to even be in your space while you are conducting business. People are watching you. And not only that, people are pouring into you with their conversation, with their talk, with their stories, with their experiences. It's like the things that they're talking about, mostly fucked up relationship stuff, which is why a huge part of my activity management is like a huge list of things that I do not do. I'm able to get done as much as I do get done because there are so many things that I will not be doing. One of the primary things that I will not be doing is sitting on the phone. I'm not 12. I used to sit on the phone when I was 12, just chit-chatting, talking to my friends who I just seen at school. Oh my God, did you see what happened? Oh my goodness, let me tell you what happened in this class. And let me tell you what she said, even though you already know. We already talked about it. Because you was there. I don't wander around the mall, and I don't sit on the phone. I don't make a lot of time and space in my life for relationship drama, emotional drama. I do not allow emotional and relationship drama for myself. And therefore, I am not that friend who is going to create huge amounts of space in my life for your emotional and relationship drama. You literally have to pay me to talk to me about your relationship. Like most people who want to talk to me about their toxic ass boyfriend or the boyfriend that's not really their boyfriend or the man that's cheating, you have to go on my website and schedule a time to talk to me. And then I will talk. I probably will still have an attitude or be pissed off for you. That's the primary reason I don't like it, is because why would you get on the phone and make me feel mad about this? Why would you get on the phone knowing I'm going to be pissed off at that man? And the first thought is we should hex him. Why would you do that? Especially if you're not ready to walk away. That's going to be your man, your man, your man. And I'm over here pissed off about how he treating you. Why would you get my, hackles up? Why would you get, my emotions all tangled up? I don't want to be in an emotional fit over something that you not really mad about. So I've learned to mind my business. I don't let people gossip to me about themselves. I don't need to know about all your drama. I'm probably not going to tell you about the problems that I'm facing because I'm too busy working on solving them. Why would I tell you about my problems? I don't want to burden you. If you can't help, or I don't need your help, or I don't want your help, why would I be talking to you? Why wouldn't I just take that exact same amount of time to figure out a plan, to talk to the people who can help me, or to be working on the solution? Talking about it doesn't feel good to me. I feel like I'm aware that for some people it may feel good. Like you are feeling better because your friend is outraged on your behalf. Like maybe that feels good. Like, somebody cares enough about me to be upset or angry on my behalf. Like you mad at this man too. But while you're feeling better and you're feeling good, now your friend is enraged. Are you being a good friend? I don't know. I think that culturally and socially we are trained to relate to one another, especially as women, by talking about the most toxic parts of our relationship or the most kinky parts of our relationship. And I honestly think that it would be better all around if we got into the practice and habit of talking about the sweetest and most romantic parts of our relationship. Sorry. You know what I mean? I think that would be better all around. So the first thing I do is activity management. I do what I want because what else would I be doing? My life is precious. This is my time. This is my life. You will not rush me. Rush yourself. Rush your dad. Rush your mother. But you won't rush me. I used to feel so bad, especially the first time having a business, and the business exploded and I wasn't expecting that. And the business has only continued to grow for years. And the majority of the work that I do in this business is completely solitary. That's not easy. But what's even less easy than trying to, do 4 jobs at one time is trying to explain to people that this is difficult. Trying to explain to people who don't give a fuck. Y'all don't care if I'm stressed or I'm anxious or I'm sad or I didn't sleep or eat today or, y'all don't care. You only want to know when your shit is coming. I used to feel bad. I don't anymore. I don't. Because I'm free and so are you. You're free to stay. You're free to leave. Either way, I will be fine. And so will you. So I'm not a follower. I'm not making decisions for my life based on what other people are doing. First of all, I don't know enough about what other people are doing to follow somebody else that much. And secondly, I'm very clear in my own interests. I have my own curiosities, my own interests, my own values. And I'm living my own life. And my life feels good to me. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time practicing and exploring and trying new things and building and creating. Like, I'm having a good time in my life. And it makes it really, because I like myself, my life, my ideas, my curiosities, my interests. I like my life so much. It makes it easier for me to stick to the program and to get things done. I'm not avoiding the work because I love it. I'm not avoiding research and reading and learning new things and finding that I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. So I'm not dragging my feet, procrastinating, and coming up with endless reasons to not do the thing that I love to do. I love writing. I love researching. I love teaching. I love sharing. I love film and photography. I love it. I love casting spells. I love keeping up with my altars. I love venerating my ancestors. I love what I do. I'm not doing it because I saw someone else doing it. I'm doing it because I want to do it. What else would I be doing? What you want me to do? What a boss wants me to, I don't have a boss, so thank God. But what else would I be doing? I lived my life up until I left college for other people. My mother's approval was really important to me at one point. Now it doesn't matter to me at all. I couldn't tell you if she approves or not. And I really like my mom. Like, I think she's a cool lady. But I don't give a damn what she think about what I do. Why would I? Of what benefit is that to me? If she approves, what do I gain? If she disapproves, what do I lose? And you know, if you could feel detached from the opinion of your own mom, imagine what I think about the opinions of other people. When people criticize, I don't take that seriously, because most of the people who are going to criticize you don't know the half. They're not practitioners. I really respect practitioners, people who are doing the work, who, whatever the work is for them, people who practice their craft, they're on it, they're doing it almost constantly. I really respect that. I'm interested in people like that, people who have a practice, people who have a process, people who are walking their path, people who are obsessed with their own interests, people who are living their own lives, people who like themselves, people who struggle to become better, people who are I like practitioners. Most critics are talkers, not doers. I don't put a lot of stock in that. I don't value that a lot. It's easy to sit around talking about people. It makes it really, really easy to get on camera, to record my ideas, to share my ideas, even when they're kooky and they're weird and they're woo-woo and my own teachers don't agree with me. It makes it easy to get on camera, to do the thing, to sell my own stuff, to market, to do things that might make other people feel silly, because I don't care what you think. I know people will look at me and judge. People will look at me and judge. I know people have all types of ideas. I know that all types of criticisms will flash through their minds. People who have never built anything, especially men, but people who have never built anything will look at you, your finished, successful product or project, and be like, okay, yeah, that's cool, but I would have did this differently. You should have did it this way. Like, first of all, who asked? Did I ask you? Like, people who have never produced, finished, aspired to, completed, gone after anything in their lives will look at your fully functional, successful, beautiful, finished product, polished, beautiful, everything, and criticize it and tell you what they would have done differently. No, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have done it differently, because they don't do anything. Most critics are they're has-beens, they're wash-ups, they're people who wish that they could but can't. Because practitioners are not sitting around criticizing everything that everybody else does. Even witches who do it, witches who are like picking apart other people's stuff, I don't take them seriously, because ain't no fucking way you know this much about what everybody else is doing and you're maintaining your own practice. Ain't no goddamn way. Ain't no. I actually practice, so I know how much work is involved. How are you doing that and creating 3-hour think pieces on other people? You're not. That's the answer. The answer is you're not. The answer is you're trying to build yourself up on the back of somebody else. So you know somebody is going to talk shit about you. So if the reason you're not doing the thing you want to do is because you're scared or you're embarrassed or you have insecurities or you feel you don't feel quite right and you don't think you have the right ideas, the right style, the right clothes, the right whatever, the right look, and you know people are going to judge you and criticize you, baby, people going to judge you and criticize you when you are 10 out of 10. Okay, when you 25 out of 10, they still going to find something to say. And when you learn that and when you accept it, you stop allowing that fear of what other people might say, that fear of criticism, to get in the way. And when you're doing what you want to be doing for the pure love of it, it's almost like nothing can keep you away. Think about that man. Think about the man, like everybody in your life hate him, but nobody can make you stop. Like nobody can keep you away. That's the kind of like passion and fervor and vigor and enthusiasm that you can have for your work and for your projects. And you can really fall in love with the products, you can really fall in love with your projects that way, where you wake up in the middle of the night and the first thing you do is go in and look at your manuscript, go and add a couple lines. You having dreams about the story you writing. You know what I'm saying? So if you find it hard to do the work, make sure it's work that you actually want to be doing. Make sure that the thing that's not holding you back is other people's opinions, because other people's opinions don't matter. Even the good ones really you shouldn't allow them to move you too much. Like people come and they praise you and they treat you like you're Jesus or something. It's like, you don't, even that, you don't want to put too much stock in it. People are fickle. Sometimes as hell. They love you today, they'll hate you tomorrow. And then they'll love you again and pretend like they never hated you. Like, the metric by which you should be judging and measuring yourself, your success, is your own personal happiness and fulfillment, and whether or not you have done the thing you set out to do. Are you hitting your goals? Not are people liking it? Are people showing up? Are people celebrating me? Are people praising me? Are people falling all over themselves to give me a hug or some shit? I don't know. No. It's like, how do I feel about myself? How do I feel in my life? How do I feel in my body? How do I feel emotionally? How do I feel about this project? Is it coming together? Do I even like it? Would I even use these products? Would I use this? And if you're not, if it's not working for you, that's a better metric by which to measure and judge your progress and yourself than whether or not somebody that you don't know and who does not know you and who does not understand this work, what they think. No. I think that the number of people whose opinions you give weight to in your life should be a very small number. And it may not even include some of the people that you think. So that's what I think. So some things, like I was saying earlier, activity management includes to a huge degree things that I refuse to do. So sitting on the phone, idle time, like walking around the mall looking for things to buy. Especially, I'm not doing that because of lo-fi fun. I'm not like wandering aimlessly to try and spend my money anymore. I'm not doing that. I don't do any unnecessary meetings or masterminds. That's a trap. Where it's like we're having meetings that are unnecessary. Like, let's gather and talk about the things that we're going to do. Like, let's gather. I had somebody who wanted to have weekly meetings to talk about the content that we would be creating. And to me, that doesn't make any sense, because why would we take this block of time to talk about anything? We're not in the same business. We're not working together. We're not on a team. You're doing your own business. I'm doing my own business. Why would we be meeting? That does not make sense. The answer is no, I will not be coming. I'm not about to, I'm very sensitive to people wasting my time. It really pisses me off. It really makes me mad, because I feel like, why would you play with me like that? Like, why would you look at me like I'm an anything ass person that you could just waste my time without consequence? I don't like that. So I don't do unnecessary meetings. I don't do unnecessary masterminds, especially if the minds are not masters. Like, you're not even clear about your own shit. Why would I be talking to you about mine? So I don't do that. I don't ask for a lot of random advice either. I listen to spirit. I feel like spirit is telling me what I need to do. A lot of times the first question is directed at spirit, like, what should I do? How could I make this easier? And if I can't figure it out, or I need more help, then I go and get more help, usually from a person who knows what they're doing, evidenced by the fact that they are actually doing it. This goes back to people who are practitioners. It's not enough to say I went to fashion school. You could ask me about fashion and styling. It's like, show me where you have styled anyone. Like, show me your work so I can take you seriously. Going to school for something, learning about it, having all these theories about it, having a collection of books or journal articles about it is not the same thing as waking up and practicing it. I actually like people who do both, but if I had to choose between a person who went to school and a person who practices their shit every single day, all day, I'ma always choose the practitioner. Because as a practitioner, I know so much learning happens in practice. It is endless. Whereas for books, while I love books, obviously, that's like a point in time. It's like, this is how much information we have up until this point. And then how much of that knowledge are you actually remembering? Especially if you're not actually using the knowledge, especially if you haven't taken all of your education and done anything at all with it. You just want to talk to your mom. Talk to your mama. Talk to your mommy. I don't go around asking people what they think about, what do you think about the name of this product? Or what do you think about me starting this? Or what do you think about me doing this? Or do you think I should? My lived experience is that people who go around asking a bunch of random people for their random ass opinions aren't actually going to do anything with those opinions, first of all, which is why I don't like a lot of questions. I can usually tell when a person is asking me a question that they've already asked other people, first of all. It's like not an original question. It's not an original question. This is not the first time you're asking this question. And chances are you're going to ignore what I say, like you've ignored the other people who gave you answers. Additionally, people who are going around asking a bunch of people their random opinions don't trust themselves enough. That's my lived experience. You don't trust yourself enough. I'm asking all these other people because I don't trust my own mind. I don't trust my own ideas. I want to know who all agrees, and do you think this is a good? Usually you're not going to end up taking it into practice. You asking all these people their opinions. Why? If I've been thinking about something, working on it, planning it for years, like let's say I've been doing this for weeks, months, years, I've been putting all of this thought and emotion and taking this time to plan and to practice and prepare for years, why would I then look to you, a person who has never thought about any of this? Like, this the first time that you thinking about this. I'm presenting it to you. And a lot of people, when you ask them their opinions, they have a lot to say, and it's strange because when did you form all these ideas and all these opinions? Right here, right now, on the spot? Meanwhile, I've been thinking about this for days, weeks, months, years, and you have a full-fledged opinion after only seconds of mulling it over, of considering it. You got a lot of opinions, and what people's opinions usually will be is that you shouldn't do the thing that you were thinking about doing. A lot of people are not even supportive. This is the number one reason I don't understand why y'all ask for people's opinions so much, is because you'll say, I'm thinking about writing a sci-fi novel, and they'll say, no, I don't think you should do sci-fi. I think you should do horror. Horror will be better. Horror is it works for other people better, so I think you should do what other people are doing and just write horror. I think is more it's a waste of time asking a bunch of people their opinions and advice. Like, these people are not even experts. Why are you asking their advice? Listen to spirit. I also avoid drifters, procrastinators, non-practitioners, talkers / non-doers, and copycats, and people who are so empty and who are so devoid of purpose and personal interest that they just do whatever they see other people doing. I avoid that because the people that I'm drawn to is a very specific type of person that I myself am drawn to. I feel like creatives need other creatives because iron sharpens iron. I'm not attracted to aluminum foil type people. You just drifting, you have no clue, you don't know what you want to do in your life. I'm not going to expose myself to that kind of thing because, like I said in the beginning, your people will influence you. So the people that you're friends with, the people that you're in relationship with, they will influence you. I'm not desperate for any old body. I like a very specific kind of person. I also feel like everybody shouldn't have access to me. Hello. You're good. Because I'm so protective of myself, not desperate for any old body. Like, I'm not the type of person who's like, anybody will do. Because I don't feel like I'm suffering in solitude. I think that once you become extremely comfortable in your solitude, you stop accepting any old thing. You develop some standards and you are honest with yourself about the types of people that you enjoy. And the types of people that I enjoy are people who like themselves, people who have their own interests, people who are curious and interesting. People who have some type of a process, a practice, a thing that they do, something that they're obsessed with. Is it music? Is it writing? Is it film? It really don't even matter what it is, baby. It don't even matter what it is. I just like people who are absorbed and interested and alive and awake. I just like that shit. They make me feel less weird. Like I feel less weird about being an obsessed type of personality, okay? And then I don't really like accept things that aren't on par with my standards. That don't make sense for my purpose. If it's like my purpose is to create stories, content, lessons that will benefit the lives of people living and people who will be living. So people, my contemporaries, and also our descendants. It is to direct people back to spirit and to get them to stay with spirit, to trust spirit, to know spirit, to talk to spirit, to connect with spirit through spirituality, through magic, to accomplish more of what you desire. But I am very much in the vein of Zora Neale Hurston is, let's go ahead and gather some books, some information, some stories. Let's create some stories, some songs, some old recipes, and make sure that the descendants, the people who come after us, are not starting at zero, that they have the information, that they have our old ways, that they have these medicines and these ideas and these methods, and they know how to do this stuff. That's why, for me, learning how to garden, learning how to work a damn camera, creating recordings, writing, putting together so many different books of shadows and recipes. And these things are important to me because we need the information. People perish for a lack of knowledge, right? We need that. And I don't want our people starting at zero. I also don't want people feeling like they're doomed and, like they're headed to hell for every little thing. And I don't want people to be disconnected from spirit and from nature and from themselves because they're afraid of hell, and they still worship in the slavers' God. And no, that's not right. I want people to, especially my people, my children, I want people to live free, happy, beautiful, connected, tapped in, happy lives. And I think that a huge part of that is linked to spirituality, magic, and practical living, like being in reality, facing reality. Okay. So if it don't make sense and I can't figure out how it fits into the life that I'm creating for myself, I'm not going to keep making time for it. Time is precious. I have here that I stay off my phone scrolling and running my mouth listening to people's relationship dramas. That's like number one for me. I also did say earlier that I don't avoid my chores. So care chores and errands. I don't always want to do that shit, but it makes my life easier and better, so I get it done. I don't avoid it. I don't let the laundry pile up. First of all, yuck. Second of all, I like for things to be available when I'm ready to use them. That's a huge thing with me. I don't like to be looking for something I need because, a housemate done misplaced some shit. Like, put it back where it goes. I don't want to be 20 minutes looking for my keys. That will really upset me. That will really make me mad. So I don't like that. Okay. Another thing, I don't waste time in dead end relationships. I let things fail and I walk away. I cut people off and I go on my way with a light heart. Truly with a light heart. If it's not working, I don't force it. There are nearing 8 billion people on the planet. I'll get somebody else to do it. I'll find someone else. I always have myself, and I'm very, very reliable. So if this is not working, I'm not going to be the one to force the issue. I'm not going to be the one, devastated because this didn't work. Like, okay, I am more likely to cherish the time we had, to cherish the memories we made, and to wish you well, truly, to let you go so that I can be free to go do my thing as well. And again, when you're not desperate for things, you're not desperate for people, you're not desperate for a specific connection, specific thing, specific relationship, there's so much freedom in that. Like, it's not, I have to be your friend or I'll die. I have to be with this man or I don't know what I'll do. Like, no, I don't. Especially if he don't even like me. Especially if this person makes me cry and they make my chest hurt and they make my stomach hurt and I can't sleep because I'm stressed out and I'm angry and I'm upset. I can still love you and think you fine without laying next to you in bed every night, without sharing my life with you, my finances with you, working towards goals with you, building a life with you, seeing you every day, talking to you on the phone, smelling your breath in the morning. Like, I will be fine. I lived my life single and perfectly fine. For damn near half my life, I can do it again. I'm fine. So the lack of desperation for specific people, it frees up a lot of time because I'm not doing emotional dramas. The relationship is not working. The friendship is not working. I'm in reality about those things and I let them go. So instead of wasting my time trying to make something that won't ever work, I've moved on. I've let it go. I've shifted my attentions to something else. And I'm also not the type to sit on the phone talking to you about the failed thing. I let it fail and I move on. So it's just like a lot of free time. It's a lot of free time when you're not avoiding the things you need to do. And because you avoided it, now you don't have the things that you need. And now you have to go figure out a different way to make it work. And it would have just worked if you would have just put the shit in we ain't got to wash clothes by hand. Just put it in the machine, go do something else. Like, things would have flowed and you would have had more time if you had handled the thing when you had time to handle it this weekend. But instead of doing that, you went out and got drunk. Now your ass don't wake up till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock because you're hungover. Time. And not to mention, you got drunk and you went over that man's house. That man, you said you wasn't fucking with him no more. You're not going to talk to him no more. Now you on the phone for 3 hours on a Sunday talking my ear off about this man that you said you weren't going to be around anymore. Time. You sitting on your phone scrolling, shopping for shit that you can't afford. Now you got to go drive more Lyft and do more door dashes because now you don't have the money to pay the bill because you wasted that money on the TikTok shop. Time. When you eliminate all of this useless, nonsensical BS from your life, you have more time. I'm not waiting. I'm not procrastinating. I'm not making excuses. I'm not refusing to get started. I'm not asking third person. Now I'm in a conversation with this person asking them for their non-expert advice about my life and my goals. Time. I rest and prioritize my health and self-care and pleasure, and then I'm able to do more work because I'm happy as shit. I sleep now. When I first started my business, I was closer to 300 pounds. Okay. And I wasn't letting myself sleep. I also smoked a lot. And not only is that time waster, because usually when I'm smoking, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to stop doing the work to smoke. But also fucking with my own time. I ended up in the hospital. That's time and money. Because somebody going to have to use their time to work to get the money to pay this bill. I'm sitting up in the hospital. That's time away from work. I can barely sleep because I'm waking up coughing and I'm anxious that I'm killing myself smoking. That's time. Now I wake up and I'm groggy and I got an attitude and I don't feel like working and I'm smoking more because I'm anxious and I'm behind and I'm time. Now I sleep. I wake up refreshed every day. I take my vitamins. I don't smoke. I take tea now. Like I'll take a iced tea or a hot tea. I'll drink me some tea instead of smoking. I can keep working with my tea. I wasn't really standing over people's packages and stuff, smoking all day. I don't need to take such a long time away. I don't end up in the hospital smoking tea or drinking tea. I don't end up in the hospital drinking tea. So I prioritize my self-care, taking care of me. I feel good. I feel light. It's plenty of money, especially with lo-fi fun. Like, I don't feel anxious. I don't feel bad. I feel great. And I'm able to pour more lovingly into the work that I'm doing. And this was the last one, is that I don't give a fuck what people think one way or the other. I block haters very easily. Like, I'm not going back and forth with strangers on the internet because you wouldn't say none of this shit if you was in my face. So I just block haters. And then I don't really overemphasize the praise of others either. Like I said earlier, I measure my activity by my own sense of fulfillment and achievement. I feel like these are healthier metrics and they're more aligned with reality. It's like, am I actually doing the things that I need to do to make my life easier, better, healthier, happier? Do I feel good with what I'm doing? Can I live with myself? Like, is this making me a more successful person or not? So I have healthier metrics. And then the very last tip that I would give to anybody is probably the most important thing I'll ever say to you. You want to accomplish more in life. The number one thing besides activity management, the things you do and the things you don't do, and why you're doing the things that you do. Okay? Because it makes you happy and fulfilled and it's aligned with your interests, your true interests. And your true desire, the life that you really want to be living for yourself, the thing that you've put thought and energy and love and passion into, and the things you won't do because they detract from that. They distract from that. They make you feel terrible. They influence you in the wrong direction. You trying to go east, these people talking west, west, west. Like, the things that you won't do because it detracts from the life that you said you wanted to create and build. And it makes you feel terrible. But besides activity management, the most important thing I'll probably say besides pray under this topic of how to get more done is don't wait for people. If they wanted to come, they would be here. If they wanted to come, you wouldn't have to beg and convince and keep trying to ask them and trying to convince them. And if they wanted to help, they would help. They don't want to come, and that's okay. They don't want to come, and it's probably a good thing. And that's reality. That's just the truth. They don't want to be with you. Like, they don't want to do the thing that you want to do. They don't want to participate in the thing you want to participate. You have these friends who are rather, we in our 30s and 40s, you still want to go to the club and get drunk and, throw that ass in a circle. That's fine sometimes. In fact, it's necessary sometimes. Damn it. But every weekend is crazy. Unless we literally getting paid to do this, that's crazy. Every weekend, there's no... Do you have somebody else doing the laundry and the meal prep and getting the car cleaned and making sure there's gas and the kids got everything they need and the orders are processed? Like, did you win a lottery I don't know nothing about? The fuck? Who has time? Don't wait for people. You want to read more. You want to pursue certain information. There's a business you want to start. There's something you want to do. Don't wait for other people to get it. Don't wait for them to join. Don't wait for them to help. Don't wait for them to praise your idea, your amazing creative idea. A lot of times that's like mental masturbation type of thing. Like, oh, I share my idea with you and you're praising me and you think it's such a great idea. Well, I don't have to do anything because I've gotten the recognition and the praise that I really wanted from this. I got the recognition and the praise, and no. That's why is another thing is like people be playing themselves, sharing your ideas with people, because really your brain is being tricked into thinking that you've done something and you haven't done anything yet. You haven't started yet. Don't play yourself like that. That's reality. One of the best things we can do for ourselves is be in reality. Is be in reality. And do what needs to be done realistically. Okay? Be honest with ourselves. That's self-love. That's self-honor. Like, that's all I want to share. I'm about to go get my car washed. I like it better when my car is clean, And I don't want, I don't want any critters or anything to get into my car because that'll create a bigger problem, take more time. Car is clean. It takes 5 minutes. Go through the thing, vacuum it out real quick. Everything is good. Everything is clean. Okay? I go and I get whatever I need this week at the store, library. We good to go. The car is clean. Car is already charged. Now we need the car clean. So I'm going to go handle business. I'll edit this at some point today. I hope that was helpful and useful to you. Baby, don't let these people waste your time. They already wasting theirs. When people don't respect their own time, they won't respect yours. I love you. Thanks for watching.